My name is Roy Long. I am the Public Works Director for the town of Hysham. Hysham, Montana is a small little town in Treasure County. We're the county seat, about the only town in Treasure County. About 275 residents in the town itself. We have roughly about 187 water hookups. I originally just come on part-time just to help out, and the next thing I know, the state had me as the head guy running the whole operation. We have an infiltration gallery that runs under the riverbed and along the river bank, and we actually get influence from the river itself as well. And we come in through the infiltration gallery, and we have a filtration system that runs through the CAC unit for treatment, and we have a filter that has sand, garnet, and anthracite for filtering out the impurities in the water. We chlorine dose at the end of the process to make sure we're killing the bacteria and everything like that. And we ship to town. We are somewhat of a retirement community, so it was kind of tough for us. You know we got to raise rates and stuff like that, but we find it difficult and a struggle to raise rates when we know people are living off a fixed income and things of that nature.
My name is Kenny Rowlandson. I'm the mayor here in the town of Hysham. We got a convenience store. When I say a convenience store, that's all it is, a convenience store. We don't have a grocery store. For groceries and whatever, we got to go to Forsyth, Miles City, or Billings. But people seem to make it work around here.
We struggle to sometimes keep everything afloat. So I'd say a disadvantage, yeah, we're definitely disadvantaged in that situation.
My name's Chad Thompson. I'm a technical assistance provider, project manager with Midwest Assistance Program, better known as MAP in the areas we cover. DEQ reached out to MAP and actually said this is a system that could use some help. We found a system that had units which weren't filtering water properly, outdated, need rebuilt. At the time, they had no certified operator. They since have gotten an operator to come along who's certified and doing a great job. It hadn't been taken care of the way it should have over the years.
I'm Allison Bowie. I'm the current president of the Hysham Chamber of Commerce. There was a time where there was water restrictions in Hysham where we had to have bottled water in. The water was boil use or no use at all. And so it's been an ongoing process for the last several years to get our water back up to quality.
When I took this position, this town was on a do not consume order. You can't drink, you can't cook, you can't even brush your teeth. I mean, general hygiene. Do I like being mayor? It ain't what I thought it was going to be. My wife thought I needed to go see a psychiatrist. Chad come in, he gave us some ideas of locating all our water lines and sewer lines. It was designed to locate our water lines for lead hookups, which we have to identify by the middle of this last October. You know, he brings good ideas to us. Very useful, very good source to have.
My name is Devin Beal. I'm the state field manager for the state of Montana with Midwest Assistance Program, or MAP. We've been working with Hysham for a few years now.
EFC, or Environmental Finance Center, is an EPA designation that allows us to serve communities that need technical assistance. MAP is one of 6 RCAP regional partners that help rural communities find solutions to their infrastructure needs.
Once we started doing more EFC work, we realized that the town of Hysham was a good fit for the program. They're disadvantaged, they have an aging population, they have a lot of the community on fixed income, they're proud of their community, they believe in their community, they wouldn't consider themselves to be disadvantaged. The struggles with the water infrastructure in Hysham boils down to it's a very small community on a relatively complex water treatment plant. Since it's considered groundwater under the influence of surface water, it has to be treated to the same requirements as surface water. It's a relatively complex treatment process, more so than if they were a groundwater system. They struggle with being able to keep a certified operator or multiple certified operators who are able to run the plant. Hysham has already received a handful of grants for their projects. They've already repaired the one treatment train. The other one still needs repaired. They've done some work on the infiltration gallery. They've improved the SCADA system. They still need to improve the SCADA system some more. They need to replace the roof on the treatment plant. They also have struggles with emerging contaminants, manganese throughout the system, which is naturally occurring in abundance throughout the state of Montana, that requires them to replace large portions of their distribution system from their treatment plant to the town itself. So they have already received a handful of grants for a bunch of that work, and they are working on an application to the Department of Environmental Quality for an emerging contaminants loan. That is through the State Revolving Fund, which offers low interest loans to public water systems. Through the Emerging Contaminants program, they are able to apply for a loan that has 100% principal forgiveness.
The reality is you gotta have water to live. And so they're already working on how we're gonna prep and tell the community that, you know, this is what's gonna happen. And it's unfortunate that it is, but it's just kind of life now. Like, everything's more expensive, and so unfortunately the rates have to go up.
Small town America, it's great. You know, you don't have the issues, but you have big issues in other areas.
Rural communities are absolutely worth investing in because it's a way of life that not a lot of people understand, but it's a great way of life.
If you have the opportunity to work with Matt, take advantage. Chad, I mean, I wish I could get him on full time.
I would say if you can get the help, go after the help. People coming in, offering advice, offering to look for grants and stuff like that, don't turn it away. Somebody comes in and says they want to help you with that, definitely allow them to come in, help you with whatever you need help with.
I love my job. Get to work with small rural communities like I grew up in and help out and just get to know people in all these areas around me. And I get to see the state of Montana. So how bad can it be with that?